Next up, let me get me a little wipey here. I'm gonna have to wipe some of these down as I show them. Oh, that one in my eye. What's up, you guys? Thanks so much for tuning in today's video. Kara here from K's Ways. If you're new here, welcome to my channel. Here we like to do healthy hair, beauty, and lifestyle my way. So if you enjoy this video and those kind of topics interest you, I would love if you subscribe to my channel, join my K Squad. What up to my K Squad? I definitely appreciate you guys for tuning in to another one. Hope everybody is well out there. So today's video is going to be my long-awaited fragrance collection video, and I thought, what better way than to actually sit down and take my time, talk about these products to you guys. I definitely just want to let you guys know, like, you know, what memories they bring back, what time of year I wear it, why I wear it, where I wear it, you know what I mean? Those kind of things. So if that interests you, go ahead and continue watching my video. Before I get into the OGs of the fragrance collection, I want to talk about these newbies in my collection. I got two fragrances here from Dossier that I want to talk about. One that I'm wearing today, actually, this is the one I'm wearing today. So this is the Floral Pink Pepper. Here's the bottle here. This is the Floral Pink Pepper. Top notes is bergamot, lychee, and orange. The middle notes is rose, jasmine, and pink pepper. And the base notes is patchouli, blonde woods, and vanilla. And if you're not familiar with Dossier, I have featured Dossier on my channel here within the last recent couple of months because they have invited me to do a collaboration with them for 3 months. I'm not being paid by this. This is not a sponsored video or anything like that. They did send over the fragrances that I have been trying out, and there are some that I have been using more than others. This was the first time that I actually used this one today, but it is reminiscent of the fragrance that it's inspired by, which is Dior Miss Dior Cherie Eau de Perfume. Now, the original Miss Dior is no stranger to me. Actually, you may have seen the little bottle that I featured in my fragrance collection, and I told you guys my history with Miss Dior. It used to be one of my holy grail fragrances, and I just basically wore it so much that I wore it out. But with me trying this Miss Dior Cherie Eau de Parfum, this is like a flanker version, so this is inspired by one of the flankers. I like the newness that this brings to Miss Dior. It is reminiscent of the original scent, but I can smell something more behind it, like that pink pepper and stuff. I definitely smell that in this fragrance, and I love the fact that Dossier went ahead and created this inspired fragrance of it, and I'm loving the way it smells. I love the way I smell today. I'll actually spray some more. It just smells so good. It's like almost powdery, but then there's like some kind of woodsy musk behind it. Like, it's just really, really good. I wish we had smell-o-vision so you can smell all the fragrances that I'm going to talk about today, because it would make it a little easier for you to understand where I'm coming from. But this scent here is something I can see myself reaching for in this current time, the summer. I would definitely rock this Floral Pink Pepper. So thank you, Dossier, for sending that one over. And then I think I tried this one earlier this week. This one is the Ambery Saffron. Again, the packaging looks pretty much the same. I think it's the coloring a little bit that's a little off, but Dossier, their products are vegan, made with clean ingredients, so it says, you know, they give you those iconic scents, designer quality, but there's no markups because they're not using all the fluff, and it doesn't have a particular name behind it. It just smells really good. So that's why I love Dossier fragrances. I was really happy to actually be able to test these products out. So this one here is the Ambery Saffron. The top notes is saffron, orange blossom. The middle notes is jasmine, plum, cedarwood. The base notes is oak moss, fir balsam, and amber. And this one here is actually inspired by Maison Francis Kurkdjian. This is inspired by the infamous Baccarat Rouge 540 EDP. Now me, I'm not paying no $200 whatever dollars for no fragrance, so I'm so happy that I was able to try out the Baccarat Rouge 540 fragrance, you know, the inspired fragrance. Over the years of seeing reviews of the Baccarat Rouge 540 fragrance, a lot of people compared it to two fragrances. One I actually have, which is the Burberry Her fragrance. This is an EDP. These are both EDPs actually. So the Burberry Her, to me, it doesn't smell like this at all. But the other fragrance that they actually compare it to is the Ariana Grande Cloud. I think it may be Cloud, but if I'm wrong, I will put it up on the screen so you guys can have the right information. But I believe it is the Cloud fragrance. And I've actually smelled that in Ulta. And when I sprayed this earlier this week on me to go to work, I was like, yo, it really does smell like that Ariana Grande fragrance, because I remember smelling it, and it smells almost like luxurious and warm. And this is something that I would wear when it gets cooler outside, more in the fall. I think this would be the perfect fragrance, like that transition fragrance from the summer to the fall, and then fall into winter as well. I think this fragrance would be perfect for that. So I'm so happy that I'm able to add that luxurious smell into my collection through Dossier. Now, Dossier, they fragrances, rather than paying $240 for, I think it's like $250 for the Baccarat Rouge, but Dossier will offer you a similar smell, great packaging. Like, this magnetic top is everything to me, because I am one, you'll see as we go through my collection, I am one that that is known for losing tops. So the fact that this has that magnetic closure is everything to me. I love the simplicity of the packaging. I have 4 previous ones that they sent to me already, and following the advice of Camilla Yvette here on YouTube, I went ahead and I used my label maker, so that way I'm able to tell which fragrance it is that I'm actually, well, which fragrance this one is inspired by. So I have the name of the Dossier fragrance, and I also have the name of the designer fragrance that they are actually inspired by for the fragrance. So I love having that label maker. I just love the simplistic packaging that they have, and I love the fact that nothing is over like, what, $49, $59 if I'm not mistaken. So that's definitely a good look, guys. So if you're interested in trying more fragrances but you don't want to break the bank, definitely try out Dossier. If you get a scent that you don't like, guess what? You can send it back, no questions asked. They'll give you your money back. I was able to give you scent comparisons for the Chanel Chance Entendre as well as the Narcisco Rodriguez for her, because I actually had these to compare for you guys. So I thought that was good as well. So I can definitely vouch for the fact that they are very similar in fragrances. They actually nail it on the head, honestly. And there's even been some that I prefer the Dossier scent over the original scent. So Dossier is definitely worth checking out. But starting this fragrance collection off, I'll just run through. I just told you guys the 2 new ones that I got. I am gonna get around to labeling these 2 new scents just like I did with these. Also have the Floral Honeysuckle, which is inspired by Gucci Bloom. We have the Floral Pear, which is one of my favorites. You can tell I have been using the mess out of this. So this is the Floral Pear, and it's inspired by the Jo Malone English Pear and Freesia scent. Then I have the Narcisco Rodriguez inspired scent, which is their Musky Rose. And then lastly, I have the Floral Grapefruit Chanel Chance Entendre, and that's what that one looks like. So I'm gonna go ahead and put these up on the shelf, and let's move on to some of the fragrances that I've had in my collection for some time. So I just went and grabbed a couple of fragrances. We're gonna start with the My Burberry blush. I had the original My Burberry, and when I finished that, I was like, maybe I should try the flanker of it. This one I wore a lot in the springtime. This is an EDP, and this is a 3 fluid ounce bottle. I went ahead and picked this up because I thought this one was a lighter, more airy version of the original. I wore the original more in the winter time, and I would repurchase that for the cooler months. But for spring, I definitely have been rocking the My Burberry blush. I don't think it's just a spring fragrance. I think this can actually be a year-round fragrance. Yeah, this could definitely be a year-round fragrance. It's very light and like almost like soapy, kind of just got out the shower kind of situation. There's like a floralness behind it as well. So this smells really good, and this is one of my newer fragrances. This is Narcisco Rodriguez Poudre. Absolutely love this fragrance. You can't really see through the bottle. That the bottle twists. It like doesn't fall off, but it twists around. It's so weird to me. I don't think it should move. But this one is like a powdery scent, but like a sophisticated powder. This is something that I wore all the time to work, and it wouldn't be like too much in your face where it's so offensive. It has like a soft sweetness to it. And yeah, I just absolutely love this fragrance, honestly. I think this is another fragrance the way you can wear it year round and it will work. It's not too overpowering for any time. It's like a bubbly kind of scent too. I get like that bubbly vibe from it. But keeping up with Narcisco Rodriguez, we have the Narcisco Rodriguez for her. And I told you guys in the last video that I did about fragrances, oh, there is a sticker down there. So this is the EDP. If I would have looked and read and put it, I don't have contacts in today. That's why I can see it. So this is an EDP, and this is a 3 fluid ounce bottle as well. This one, this actually, I would wear more in the fall and winter. This one has like a deepness to it, and it's very sultry to me and very sexy. It's really a nice perfume as well. So those are my Narcisco Rodriguez fragrances. And this one that was in front of me that I was telling you guys about when I was talking about Dossier is the Burberry Her fragrance. I love this scent. This is one of my more sweeter scents, but it's sweet for a reason. Like, it smells so good. There's definitely some kind of depth to this scent. It's not just sweet. It has so many different variations of it. I don't know. It's like a sweet, fun scent. Like, it's not like a young sweet scent. It's like, I don't want to say more mature. It's not like a more mature scent, but it's like, it's youthful but not little kitty. And if you get what I mean, it's like, it can be sexy, but it can also be fun and playful. That's what I get from this scent. So I've been reaching for this a lot since I've gotten it. This is another one of the more newer scents. Not newer, I think I got this sometime last year. So for me, that's pretty new in my collection. So this is one that I have definitely been reaching for. And this is not one where it's just, it only goes for a certain season. I have worn it more when it was cooler, but I have also worn it in this heat. And I don't think it was like, you know, some scents can actually turn different depending on the temperature outside. I think this warms up on my body really nicely. So I have no complaints with Burberry Her. And this one is the EDP version, and this is a 1 fluid ounce bottle. Alright, being that we just talked about some of the newer fragrances in my collection, pretty new, like within the last year or so, but I want to talk about some oldies but goodies. So this one here is the Versace Crystal Noir. This scent right here is just like date in the bottle, and oh my god, I finished like so much of it. I don't know, can y'all see where that liquid is down there? I finished so much of it. Looking at this bottle, I haven't looked at it in a while, like looked and seen how much I have. Oh my gosh, but I use the mess out of this scent, especially in the fall and winter. I haven't really reached for it too much lately, but when I tell y'all, oh my god, there's just something about it. It's hard to describe this one. This one is like one of the more unique scents in my collection. I think this is actually the last Versace crystal scent that I have in my collection. I used to have the bright crystal pink where I've worn that out. I used to have like a super huge, I believe it was like a 5 ounce bottle or something like that. I found the video where I referenced it, and I'll link it down in the description box below. But this one is the last Versace crystal standing in my collection. I love Versace fragrances, even from when I was young. Y'all remember we used to get the canister, and it used to be like the Versace red jeans and the blue jeans, yellow jeans, pink jeans. Trust and believe, I had all of them because I just always have loved fragrances. We used to go to the flea market over on Bartow Avenue. If you're from New York, and especially the Bronx, you know where Bartow Avenue is, going down where Co-op City is. So now it's a storage place, but it used to be a flea market there, and that's where I used to get all my Versace jeans fragrances from. So I've always loved Versace fragrances, and this one is no different. So this is another OG fragrance in my collection. This is the Gucci Guilty, and this is the EDT version. And this bottle size, this is a 2.5 fluid ounce bottle. I've always loved Gucci Guilty, another classic scent. This is a scent that if anybody wears it, you know that they're wearing Gucci Guilty. This is another one of my favorite fall and winter kind of scents where it's just like so cozy and sexy. This is a perfect date night situation. I would love this fragrance for that. Oh, and I didn't show you guys the side, but you can see how much liquid I have there left. Absolutely love this. This has been in my collection for a good maybe 4, 5 years, 3, 4, 5, something in that range. This is an older scent in my collection, and I absolutely love it. This is one where I need to hurry up and buy me another bottle of this. I can never not have this in my collection. This is a scent that I have purchased. I think this is like my 2nd or 3rd bottle at this point, but I definitely need another one because there's like, oh no, I think this evaporated too. I think in my last fragrance video that showed you guys that my scent evaporated, and the same thing happened here because I know I was saving this for one more go, and I think it's like there's like I don't know if y'all gonna see it, but there's like a little bit of liquid in here. But I just love, first of all, MAC did it with this turquoise packaging. I love everything about the scent. The packaging, it looks like a fish tank. It looks so aquatic. The smell, oh my god. And I'm gonna keep this bottle, and I'm gonna use it once. I'm probably gonna wear this to work on Tuesday just to get the vibe of it, and then finally put it in my empties and and get rid of it. But the smell that this gives is it just brings you to the beach. Like, it just brings you into that vibe. Like, it gives you that vibe where you're on the beach and it just smells so delicious. The air is clean and just smelling good. This is that in the bottle. I love Taquatic. I definitely have to go to MAC and get me another one of these. What I do with this year is the question. I don't know, because I usually wear this scent only in the summertime. So being that we're like halfway through summer, I don't know if I'll get around to getting it now, but I will definitely repurchase this one. I'm turning this into like an empties video. It's not really an empties video. I am gonna empty this on Tuesday though, but I love that scent. Next up, another one that I should be using up very soon. This is the Victor and Rolf Bon Bon. Now this is the scent from Victor and Rolf that I prefer way over Flower Bomb. I am not a fan of Flower Bomb, but this Victor and Rolf Flower Bomb. This Victor and Rolf Bon Bon fragrance, it is so good. This is to me is more like a weekend fragrance, because for me this doesn't last too long on the body. Now I do have a set. I actually did get this fragrance as a gift set, so it did come with this is the shower gel, and I think I have a lotion somewhere over there as well. Or I may have used the lotion up, because that was the way that I would go about making the scent last a little bit longer, is by using them layers. I didn't really use the shower gel so much, but I did use the lotion, and then I would spray the fragrance, and oh my gosh, this smells so good. But again, for me this was more like a weekend fragrance. This one here is an EDP, and this is a 3.4 fluid ounce bottle. If I put all the liquid on one side, you can see how much I have left. Shaking over there. The packaging is super cute. So yeah, this is something that hopefully I should be using up within the next couple of weeks, just so I can go ahead and finally get it out of my collection. But I do love it. Nothing that I would repurchase though. These are part of the first cube. If you know my setup, this is part of the first cube, and I had these in particularly together just because I wanted to use up these fragrances. So this is another one here. This one is Ariana Grande. It did used to have like a big purple pom-pom on it, but Chloe done broke it off. But I did like this fragrance. I actually got this fragrance free. They had reached out and offered to send it over on PR. So this is the Moonlight scent. And this is another one. I don't know if you can see the liquid in there, but it's basically almost done. But the packaging was everything. You guys know I love purple, and the smell was really good. It wasn't like a childish, youthful kind of scent. This is something that I need to use up. Would I repurchase it? No. But I was happy to have it. Like, I used a whole lot of this, and I am going to use it up. So I do like that fragrance. Alright, keeping it going with some more OG scents in my collection. I have the YSL Black Opium. This one, another favorite fall winter kind of scent for me. I love this. There's a depth to this. I'm gonna smell by the time I finish this video, because I keep spraying stuff on my body like I don't have something on already. But there's just like a depth to this fragrance where it's very sexy to me. I just find like this is another one of those good date night kind of fragrances where you put on and he wants to eat you up at the end of the night. Like, this smells so good, so sexy, so sophisticated. It's a little dated, if you ask me. At this point, it's a little dated because I feel like I haven't personally reached for this product. Well, it could be because we was in quarantine last year too, and we wasn't going on dates like that. I don't know if that plays a part in it. If you did see earlier in this year though, I did do a date night with Babe, and the fragrance that I actually did reach for that date night was the Giorgio Armani Seat. This is another one of my favorite date night kind of scents. You can tell I used the mess out of this bottle. Another one of my favorite fall winter kind of date night kind of scents. Like, this one has a little bit more of a sweetness to it. Like where I said this one is really deep, this one has a little lightness to it where it's kind of sweeter. Like I always say, I don't like sweet scents, I don't like sweet scents, but there are some scents that have that sweetness to it that I can tolerate, and it just mixes really good with my chemistry. So that is one of my favorites. This used to be one of my favorites at one time, and then for some reason it just like another one of those kind of dated kind of scents, if you ask me. So this one is the Jimmy Choo, and if I'm not mistaken, it's Jimmy Choo, like the signature fragrance. And this is the EDP version. Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't tell you guys what these were, but the Black Opium is an EDP, and these are both EDPs. Same thing with the Jimmy Choo. This is another EDP, And this one, these 3 fragrances that I'm talking about here, these all pack a punch. The longevity is like no other. Like, these are fragrances that you could put on at night. You'll wake up the next day and your whole bed will smell like these fragrances. Like, they are potent, they pack a punch. And I learned the hard way because I am a sprayer. Like, I spray so much sprays when I put on my perfumes. But the fact that these actually lasted is because you don't have to spray so much. So these really pack a punch, and that's why I say these are like true EDPs, because it packs that punch behind it. So Jimmy Choo, this brings me back. Jimmy Choo definitely brings me back. I had some moments with Jimmy Choo. I will tell you that. We had some great date nights and things like that. But again, to me, it's like kind of almost a little bit dated in a way. So I really haven't reached for that. And then again, quarantine last year, this is one of those fall winter fragrances. We was home, wasn't doing nothing, so I really didn't reach for this too much. But it is one of those scents that if somebody walked by and they had it on, I would know that it's Jimmy Choo, because this fragrance is another one of those unique kind of fragrances. And nothing that I spoke about so far, none of them have like that similarity. They're all special, different kind of scents to me. Now this one, this is the Carolina Herrera Good Girl, and I also have a flanker. First of all, can we get into this packaging? Like, hello? This packaging for Carolina Herrera was everything. I'm not gonna front. I actually bought this scent because of the packaging. I bought this as a blind buy. I did not know what it smelled like. Did I have a sample? I don't think I even had a sample. So this is the original. This is the Good Girl EDP, and this is an 80 milliliter bottle. It doesn't tell me like the fluid ounces or anything like that. You can kind of see that the liquid is pretty high on this one, because this is not a fragrance that I actually wore so much, but it does smell really good. This is another one of those winter kind of scents. The mist, that mist, I don't know if y'all saw it, but it was very everything. And for me, like, I like the men's version. Babe had a Carolina Herrera, I can't remember, it had like a clasp on it. It kind of reminds me of the man's version. I like his version much more though. Well, it was really nice on him, I should say. But this one, this is like that sophisticated, if you're gonna get dressed up and you're going out, maybe like to a wedding or, you know, something more like elegant, that's what I would actually reach for this kind of fragrance, which is why I have so much, because the way I've been. But this one, the flanker, this is the Good Girl EDP Lager. And this one here is a 1.7 fluid ounce bottle, and I got this one second, so I got a smaller bottle because I didn't want to go through the same thing with this where I don't wear it so often. This again was another blind buy, but I just love the design, so I was like, no, let me try the new one. This one is definitely a lighter version. I don't think, like, I can't really smell the similarity as to how these are flankers with each other. This one smells like a standalone perfume by itself. And this is something that I have reached for this year, even though it may not seem like it, but this is one of the newer scents to my collection as of last year. Again, we was home, we was quarantined, I was working from home at that time, so I didn't really get a chance to wear it like that. But this is something that I definitely need to take advantage of. I don't know if it's gonna be good for this season, but come fall and winter of this year, I definitely need to bust that one out because it smells good. Alright you guys, so these last set of fragrances that I have here is basically pretty much newer to my collection. The first one being, I picked this up, as a matter of fact I remember, this is the last time I've been to TJ Maxx before quarantine happened, because I swear quarantine had happened like maybe 2 weeks after I picked up this scent. So I didn't really get to show this scent so much love, but I do remember, I can't remember her name, but I will put it up on the screen. She does perfume videos, Perfume Maven on Instagram, but she's also here on YouTube. I watched her video and she said if you don't get any scent that she talks about, you need this scent. And when I came across it in TJ Maxx, trust and believe, I snatched it up, and it was only like $16.99, guys. So this one is the Salvatore Ferragamo Signorina Misteriosa. The packaging is just too cute, that little black bottle. And I have worn this, I think I may have worn this like once. So I can't honestly tell you a review on this because I honestly don't remember what it smells like. So I wanted to rip off a piece of this box. The sprayer is really nice. It's a nice mist. Oh yeah, that smells good though. This reminds me of something though. It reminds me of something like back in the days. It reminds me of a scent that I used to wear back in the days. but there's like a depth to this. Like anything that usually is in a black packaging, it's like that sultry, deep scent, you know what I mean? So it doesn't smell bad. I have worn this once before, but I don't have too much to say about this particular scent. But I'm gonna get into some of the newer scents that I am more familiar with, okay? Starting with the Giorgio Armani My Way. Now you guys may remember I told you guys I picked this up with the voucher that I had got in the Sephora favorite set. When they do those Sephora favorite sampler with the fragrances and you get the full-size voucher for a full-size bottle, trust and believe, I definitely picked this up. I absolutely love My Way. I have the rollerball and it wasn't featured in my minis and travel sprays collection video because I believe it's in one of those bags that's hanging up over here, okay? But I did have the travel spray first, and then I went ahead, being that I told the story before, I'm sorry that I'm rambling, but when I went into Sephora, I originally wanted to get the Valentino fragrance, which we'll talk about that next, but they had sold out of it. So the next best thing was the Giorgio Armani My Way. Now let me tell you, I brought this to work, I don't know if it was this week or the week before, but when I came home, babe was like, what scent did you have on today? And I told him it was the Giorgio Armani My Way. He was like, he loved it. He said he came home from the gym and the room still smelled like it, and it just smelled so good and it made him miss me, you know what I mean? So this one is a good one. I wear this now in these warmer months, but this is something that's also like a nice year-round scent where you can get away with wearing it during the fall and winter as well as the warmer months like the spring and the summer. So this one is pretty new to my collection. You can see I've used quite a bit of it and I'm absolutely loving Giorgio Armani My Way. Another one that I'm loving, since we were talking about the Valentino, this is the Valentino Donna. This is Born in Roma, 3.4 fluid ounce. I don't remember, is this the scent that I got from Ulta for free using my points? I can't remember. I think so, because I don't think I would have bought the 3.4 fluid ounce. So I think I got this for free from Ulta. But whether I bought it or got it for free, trust and believe, I love this thing, okay? I love this scent. You can see I've used quite a bit of it as well. Absolutely love the packaging, but the scent, OMG. Like, this smells so good. And this one is just fun. I wouldn't say youthful because there is like I love her cause she got her own. I love her cause she got her own. This, that kind of scent. Like, I got it, I got it. It's fresh, but there's like, I don't want to say depth because I used that word when it came to those like smoky deep ones. This one is fresh, like you just took a shower and you want to have that hint of floral. I don't know, this is just such a well-rounded scent and it lasts all day on me. I absolutely love this scent. I love a scent that I can overspray where it's not overpowering, and then it still lasts. Love this scent. So those are newer scents in my collection. I kept the box. I'm not going to keep the box no more. At some point I said I needed to talk to you guys about these things, so that's why I was keeping these boxes. But there is a code back here where it says enter your unique code on valentinobeauty.com. I don't know what that code is going to do, but I'm going to rip that part off of the box and I'm going to hold on to that. The Valentino is an EDP, and this one is a 3.4, I think I just told you guys that. It's a 3.4 fluid ounce, where the Giorgio Armani was a EDP, and it's a 1 fluid ounce style. Two more fragrances that I absolutely love. These are the YSL Libre. This one is the EDT. This is the newest version that they came out with. And then this one is the EDP, but the intense version. I have the original one. You may have seen that when you watched the video of my mini collection, but I have the travel spray of that one, but I had to get the full size of the intense. I love the intense. This EDP intense, this is a 1 fluid ounce bottle. I have a 1 fluid ounce bottle of the newer one as well, the EDT. Now you can see the difference in the bottles. This one is shorter and wider, where this one is taller and slimmer. So that helps you to differentiate which is which. As also, you can see the intense version has that more intense coloring on the liquid itself. But I absolutely love the EDP intense version. And then this one, the EDT, is a nice lighter flanker. I really do like this one. I have been using this in the recent weeks. This one smells fresh and nice. So I don't really have too many memories or anything with it as of yet. It's not something that I can actually say I personally love, when it comes to the EDP Intense, I love that one. This one is nice and light, so I do like that one. The original Libre is a gem. It's a good layering fragrance. The only thing about that Libre, it doesn't last so long on me, so that's why I like to use it as a layering fragrance. I would put on some Libre and then I would top it off with something that's a little bit more, I don't want to say potent because they won't clash. Libre is so light that it can take on other versions of scents, so I like to use that as a mixer. But of the three, I would definitely say the EDP Intense is my favorite, number one. And it's hard for that 2 and 3 spot because this one I'm still getting used to and I haven't decided whether I love it as of yet. And then Libre is a good fragrance as well. But the EDP Intense is everything. So I can get rid of these boxes, yay! Oh, you may have saw when I did the 21 Days of Beauty. I got these on a super deal, but this is the Lancome. I have the Lancome Eau de Perfume, and then I have the Lancome Eau Intense version. These are both 0.8 fluid ounce bottles, so less than an ounce. And I believe when I had hold these, I explained to you guys, I think they made these as I think they made these less than 1 fluid ounce just so that I can maintain that square packaging and that they can actually stand up, because I have a tall 3.4 fluid ounce bottle. I think it's 3.4, like a 3 fluid ounce bottle, and it's tall and skinny, and so skinny that it doesn't really stand up on its own. So I think they made these, well, it just fell over, but they made these more to stand up. So these are I got these earlier this year, and these are pretty newer to my collection. The Intense one is more newer to my collection. I had plenty of samples of the original Ardelais. I loved it, which is why I bought the full size, and then I was happy to get the Intense for the same price. So I have worn it. I mean, you can tell I definitely have worn it, and I reached for this more during the fall and winter, so I honestly don't remember at this point, sadly. I know I love the original Ardelais, and I'm pretty sure I like the Intense version. I mean, I used a pretty good amount of it come fall and winter, so I would think I liked it. So it's just not memorable to me right now. Again, we was in quarantine. How often did I wear it? We're really just now coming outside. So guys, I'm gonna be embracing all of my fragrances. I almost forgot I had this in the back there on the shelf. This is the Jennifer Lopez Promise kit that I had got. So this kit came with a full size. This is a 1.7 fluid ounce bottle of the Jennifer Lopez Promise. Also came with a scented lotion, and then it also came with a mini, which you guys would have saw in my minis collection. So I do like the scent though. This is a nice scent, and I'm glad I'm actually taking it out of this packaging, because I said I wanted to start reaching for this more. This is a perfect scent for this time of year. I wore it a lot last year. I must have got this like last March or something, because I kind of do still remember wearing this to work, but I wasn't going to work too much last year. Sorry, I got an itch, guys. But I wasn't going to work too much last year, so I definitely had to get this earlier in the year. I'm thinking I got it like, oh, you know what? This might have been holidays 2019 when I purchased this set, if I'm remembering correctly, because I do remember wearing it to work. Do remember really liking it. It's not too offensive or not too out there in your face, and it has pretty good lasting time. Like if you can see, you see in my collection, I don't have too many of the celebrity kind of scents, because to me they don't last too long, or sometimes they're just like overly too sweet and it'll give me a headache. But this was a really good one. I was happy to add this to my collection. So now I have the lotion, I can lay it up here, so that is definitely a good look. I'm definitely going to be getting more use out of that scent. And we are down to the final 2 scents of my collection, guys. I don't have such like a huge collection as you see, but I do want to talk about one. Okay, these are 2. They go hand in hand because this is a flanker, but this one is the one that was my first love. OMG. This is the Versace Dylan Blue, and when I tell y'all, I had to get the full size bottle of this, because when I smelled this, I was in love. I love this scent. This is another one of my like top 5 in my collection. Let me know if you want a separate video sharing my top 5 of my collection now that you see what's in here. But guys, this hands down smells so freaking good. Oh my god, amazing. And this is another one of them scents that I can actually get away with year round. It has a sweetness to it. It smells blue. Kind of hard to say, but it kind of does smell blue. Anytime I have on blue, I think of wearing this scent. Like this really just, it's so good. It's weird, but this is something, You can wear it anywhere. You can wear it on the weekends. You can wear it to work. It's not too offensive and out there. Another one with great lasting power, and this is just one of the best scents I have in my collection, hands down. So this year when they came out with the Versace Perfume Dylan Turquoise, I bought this as a blind buy because I love this one so much. I was like, this has to be good. And I was right, y'all. Let me tell you, the way this scent warms up on my skin in the summertime, this is the perfect scent for summer. Perfect scent for summer. So I only got the 1 fluid ounce bottle because I was just testing it out. They did have a travel spray of this, but I didn't want the travel spray. I told y'all I love this one. So I was like, let me get a 1 fluid ounce bottle, which I think is perfect for me because, again, this is only something that I see working for me in these warmer months. It warms up on my skin so good in the heat. Oh my gosh. When I first bought it and I wore it, I wasn't too impressed. I was like, it goes away fast. It kind of reminds me of that Dossier & Gabbana Light Blue. If you smell that fragrance, it's similar to this but better. This one is better than the D&G. To me, I'm not a fan of the light blue. You don't see it here in my collection. I had a bottle of it way back when, but I never was really a fan of it. But this one, the way this warms up on my skin in the summer, chef's kiss. Like, they did their thing with this flanker. I am so happy with the Versace Dylan line. These are so good. So I'll show you. I haven't used much of it. Like, I still have plenty of liquid left. This is a 1 fluid ounce bottle, and this is in EDT, and this is an EDP. So that could be where the lightness in this is coming from as well, being that it's an EDT and not an EDP. This one is so much stronger and potent where it lasts all day. This lasts all day because I didn't think it lasted all day when I first got it in the spring, but it was cooler. When I tell you the heat does something to this and activates this fragrance, it is so bomb, guys. So if you're looking for a summer fragrance right now, I would definitely suggest this one. This is perfect for this time of year, guys. So yeah, guys, that completes my fragrance collection. I'm gonna insert a clip so you guys can see how my stash looks over here. We finally went ahead and filled up my tray, and I have emptied out my cubes so we can continue moving things around in this beauty room. And the revamp is still going strong, guys. So let me know if you enjoyed this fragrance collection. Do you own any of these fragrances? Are you interested in any of these fragrances? Have you had any of these fragrances? Does fragrance bring you out? Do you not wear it because you have asthma? I want to know it all. Talk to me down in the comment section below. If you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up. That helps me out greatly, and it lets other people know that they should be watching this video as well. A big thank you to Dossier for sending over some products to add to my fragrance collection. That is a good look, and I'm so happy to be trying more fragrances. If you're new here, check out some of the videos that I have on the screen for you guys. If you wanted to show more support, definitely check out the playlist. Let it run, walk away, do your dishes, do things. Let me get that ad money, please. Thank you. Just playing with you guys. I appreciate any kind of support that you guys give me. A comment, a like, a thumbs down. If you didn't like it, thumbs it down. That's engagement. I appreciate it all. Appreciate each and every one of you guys. Hope you guys are having a great day, and I hope to also catch you in the next video. Until next time, y'all, stay blessed. Lady.